Hi, I'm making this video to talk about dimensions. Dimensions of mind, dimensions of thoughts. So, when it comes to the dimensions of thoughts, there are different opinions that are being formed, and different thoughts and suggestions that come up as to what are these dimensions about. So these dimensions are about the dimensions of universe. Does the dimensions of thought has anything to do with the dimensions of universe? So, a lot of questions, a lot of controversies, a lot of opinions are being formed on what are the dimensions of thoughts. So, I have to say dimensions of thoughts and dimensions of universe. When you talk about it, um, it sounds similar, but there is a difference. There is obviously a difference when we talk about a universe and when we talk about a thought. So, when it comes to dimensions of thoughts, we have length, breadth, height, dimensions of thinking. So, in my book Unique Thinking, I have mentioned about the dimensions of thoughts as to how can we analyze things when we are trying to come to a conclusion about something or a decision about something, to take the most important decisions of your life. How would you fine tune your thought process? We all know that for everybody, there is at some point of time it is required wherein we have to collect our past experiences, get back the knowledge with the past learnings, or take the suggestions from somebody while taking a decision, whether it be about your career or about your personal life, or about something, or to buy something, to sell something, to take a decision about something. This is a very common thing which almost all of us must have gone through this. So, when you are analyzing this as to how you have to come to a decision about what and how, and what are the elements and attributes that you will have to consider for coming up with your own choice of thoughts. So, you will have to think from the length aspect of it, the breadth aspect of it, the volume aspect of it, and the height aspect of it. I'm sure if we don't, some of us most, don't understand this terminology of what is the volume of a thought, what is the height of a thought, what is the breadth of a thought. See, thought is nothing but we can consider it as a data, like how we have different attributes of analyzing data. What is the length of it, what is the breadth of it, how broad we have to analyze a topic or a subject, and what should be the horizontal and vertical alignment of thinking towards a specific subject, and what should be the volume of it, and how deep we have to analyze that, is what we have to think when we are considering these factors of length, breadth, and height and volume parameters of thoughts, which is called as dimensional thinking. So this dimensional thinking is very important in our life because it defines the direction of our life as to which way we are planning to further go ahead, whether in terms of your personal life or professional life. What is the choice that you are taking? What is that path that is driving you towards the path which is going to get you the results you want in your life? So that is what is all dimensional thinking about. So when it comes to dimensions of universe, we all live in three dimensions. uh, One dimension is something that has to do with the length, and two dimension is breadth and length. Three dimension involves the volume or the depth. So this is similar to thoughts, and the fourth dimension has something to do with time. And we all know that we don't have any control over time. So time is the fourth dimension. So a person who will be able to control the fourth dimension will have control over time, and that is not possible for people. It's not easy at all. It's not at all possible to have control over time. And fifth dimension talks about parallel universes, like how we are living in the three dimensional space in this universe. We all know that there are several universes like our universe. So we'll have to get into the scientific and space oriented concepts about it, that we are living in a galaxy and all. So these are some of the points which I have collected it from some Wikipedia site about multiverses. So there is a fifth dimensional space where the parallel universes and multiverses emerge. And sixth dimensional space, seventh dimensional space where there is infinite possibilities of doing things, where the possibilities evolve. How our possibilities are evolving. So if you say that does this have anything to do with the thoughts, I must say not in a very straightforward way it has anything to do with the thoughts. But if you analyze it further, the more higher levels of consciousness, the more higher levels of dimensions, it is all particles, it is all encapsulated into the lowest levels of granular particles of existence. And that is what we are all made of, and that is what even the thoughts evolve from. And that is something that has a very in deep analysis about what a thought is all about. So I'm not going to speak about all that now. So it is like in the seventh and eighth universe, in the seventh and eighth dimension, and in the ninth dimension, there is a possibility that people from different universes can live together without feeling the physical existence of it. So this is about the dimensions of universe, and dimensions are extended until 26 dimensions. But beyond 11 dimensions there is a lot of instability, so it will again come back to 1 to 11 dimensions. But only the human existence, we are all pertain to only three dimensions, that is length, breadth and volume or depth. Beyond that we will not have any control over fourth to 11th dimension, that is time, multiverses, parallel universes, infinite possibilities, and living on the same plane without feeling the physical existence of it. But this is all scientifically and physically proved through equations, that there is a space that exists this way. But in our day to day life, we all feel it to be some orthodox opinions and something that is irrelevant for our daily existence of life. So we don't bother to think about all these things. So that is why the humans are pertained only till 1, 2, and 3D space. Beyond that, it is not possible for humans to think until and unless they are inclined towards doing some research on these. And that is how most of the scientists, all the scientists have come up with this physical analysis and proof through equations that these planes exist, and this is what happens in these dimensions. So when it comes to thoughts, thoughts also are the similar kind of things. Thoughts are invisible, thoughts are virtual. And earlier we never used to hear anything about thoughts. We only hear about mind and brain. Only from last 2 years or uh, lesser than that, we are hearing about thought. What is a thought? And what is the evolving of a thought? What do you mean by a thought? What is thought process? What is thought dimensions? And how do you define a thought? How can you control your thoughts? All these things, mostly, though we know this topic much earlier, it is not familiar to all of us. Only from last 1 or 2 years, this topic of a thought, is this word is becoming an acronym in our day to day communication and conversations. So what is this thoughts? What are these thoughts? Does this mean that this is evolving because it is giving us a belief that we are living in a thoughts driven world, wherein what we think is what is getting executed outside? So, as per my understanding, I think we will have to think further on this as to what is that plane that we are living in, as to how the thoughts are being replicated outside. That is what we are observing. And there are so many extensions of thoughts that are getting emerged, like thought cities are getting emerged. There are a lot of topics which most of us not aware of it, and I am not going to disclose all those topics now, because even I don't have a clear idea about it. But the thoughts driven world is emerging. It is like we have thought clouds, like how we have Google clouds, we have thought clouds, we have thought storage, and we have many things that drive this world through thoughts. So thoughts driven world is entirely a different virtualistic world that we will see it in the near future. And I believe there will be a lot of wonders that are going to take place that will have a positive impact on this world because of these thoughts, manifestation and materialization of the thoughts. But at the same time, we need to take care that we don't spoil the existing things or the existence of things through our thoughts. For anything, there is a positive and negative aspect of it. So when we deal with something, we will have to make sure that there is a negative aspect of it, and at the same time there is a positive aspect of it. But this is a completely new world that is emerging, and in the near future we will be seeing everything or most of the things that are driven by thoughts. So there is a lot of confidentiality and everything that is maintained for constructing, developing this thoughts driven world. And thought process is the thought life cycle, that is the stands as a framework of a thought. That is, it defines the life cycle phases of a thoughts. It shows you, or it tells you the phases of the life of a thought. So that is the thought process framework. And about my book, actually there are a lot of books that are coming on thoughts, but then that the subject of thoughts and mind is put at a real exclusivity, as to there are very few authors who have the knowledge of thoughts, or write about thoughts, or will be able to speak about thoughts, because most of us don't understand what is our thought process. So, unless and until we understand what is our thought process, we will not be able to analyze what is thought process about. So, that is the real challenge. So, there are only very few people who have got this understanding of thoughts and thought process and thoughts driven things. And that is maintained at an exclusivity, and there is a lot of challenge that even the thoughts, the book, the authors who are writing books on thoughts are facing real challenges, because it has become a competitive environment, area of controversy, wherein because this is a completely new challenging aspect of how the world operates. So not everybody, there's a lot of competition in this, and even for authors like me, who is an author from last 2 years or 2.5 years also, there is a challenge in I hear a lot of controversies arising with my book, or the kind of news that they are spreading across about my book, that we are all living in a connections driven world, and if you purchase that book, or if you read that book, all your connections will be disconnected, and you will be carried away to a thoughts driven world, which is entirely to the right, and which has nothing to do with the current reality where we are living in. So you will be carried away to the virtuality, which we don't want it. People are like, they are happy with the kind of connections that they are living in, whether it be in terms of psychological or physical, with your friends, with your family, and the kind of connections that you establish with your surroundings, with your neighbors. So it's forming a kind of comfort zone in everyday lives of the people. So nobody would want to come out of these connections driven thing, where everything is linked, interlinked with everything, and everyone is interlinked with everybody, and they have their own way of fulfilling their expectations or desires, or the kind of life they want to lead through these connections driven thing. So there is a belief, or there is a misconception, or the controversy, that if you read these thoughts related books, you will be completely carried away to the thoughts driven world, which is to the right, and it will have nothing to do with this connections driven world. You will be completely disconnected from this and carried away to the higher dimensions of mind, which is analyzing things beyond what you are seeing, which everybody is like, I don't want to think so much, I am happy with the way I am, I'm happy with my relationships, I'm happy with my surroundings, I don't want to think beyond that. Why do I require what is one dimension, two dimension, three dimension, and how can we improve our thought process? So all these things is not required for us. So people are I heard the news that people are afraid to read my book. It is looking, some people say that it's a very standardized thought oriented concept book, which is like an epic or a manuscript or a historical thing, and we are not interested. Not that we are not interested in the content of it or subject of it, but we are afraid that we will be disconnected from this relationships oriented world, and will be carried away to a thoughts driven world, which is a higher world than the world which we are living in, and we don't want to come out of our comfort zones. So this is the kind of mentality, with the people coming up with a lot of controversies, and the real challenge I am facing with my book sales also, that people are literally afraid to buy my book and read my book, because they have a belief that they will be disconnected from this relationships and connections and carried away to a thoughts driven world, which is a much higher dimensional world, and they don't want that to happen. So for all those thinking like this, that is not correct. Unique thinking is just a concept that talks about what is a thought and what is thought process. It has nothing to do about disconnecting people from the existing connections, or taking you away from the realistic world to a thoughts driven world. That's completely wrong. There are so many authors, so many books whose concepts are much beyond the concept which I have defined in the book Unique Thinking. Though thought process and thought life cycle is the first ever defined concept about thought process framework that is ever existing in any of the books. You don't find this concept in any of the existing books, that is true, but that does not disconnect you from your existing connections, what through long distance, or kind of virtual connections you are living in, and take you away to a thoughts driven world. That is not correct. That is completely a false news or a false rumor that people are spreading across about my book, and that is affecting the sale of my book, and that is inculcating a kind of mindset in the readers that we should not read thought oriented books, or certain books which has the power to disconnect you and take you away from reality to a thoughts driven world. So this is completely a false belief. This I understand that because of the kind of competition that is going on, for and restriction that they are imposing on this thoughts driven things. This is becoming a real challenge for even authors who are like from last 2 to 3 years, like us also, we are facing a lot of issues and challenges in making the readers understand about the real concept of the book and creating awareness about it. So I'm sure the future authors who are going to write any books on thoughts must be facing much more challenges than this, because I see that the world that is emerging, or that will emerge, is going to be a thoughts oriented world or a thoughts driven world, because that is what we are experiencing and observing in the current scenario, in the present scenario. So that's what I wanted to talk about, thought process and dimensions of mind and dimensions of thoughts. So thought dimensions has and also there is a misconception that dimensions has something to do with defining um, the fabric or dimensions, or about the physical dimensions of the people, and a lot of controversies. So wherever there is a possibility, because the thoughts driven environment is like this, so which I have observed. And people like me who are not focusing on this thoughts driven thing full time, because I am working full time in the IT industry. So this book I have written it just out of my interest and passion towards analysis of mind and thought. So I have put it in the form of a book and published it. So even for people like me, there is so much of restriction that is imposed, with this thoughts driven world. So I understand that. So wherever there is a scope of raising a false news or a controversy about the book, it is being raised, and the sale of the book is really getting affected. And I heard the similar kind of thing happening with other authors also, who have put their foot in the thoughts driven world, because the extreme levels of competition and strategy is being implemented in the thoughts driven world, because of the kind of evolving of the world based on thoughts. So please don't go behind those controversies about reading the book. You buy the book and read the book, you understand the concept, and it's up to you whether you want to implement it or don't want to implement it. But otherwise it's not going to disconnect anybody from the reality world and take you to a thoughts driven world. Even authors who have wrote that book, we are also living in the reality world. We are not carried away to the thoughts driven world. So that is a completely misconception. So dimensions of mind, dimensions of thoughts, thought process is a very vast and a beautiful concept which tells about how you need to think, what is the dimensions of your thought. And in the next video, I'll talk about the higher dimensions of mind. How many dimensions will the mind be able to reach? So what are the higher level of dimensions, and what will happen? I have defined a chapter in unique thinking, which talks about thoughtfulness and thoughtlessness. So thoughtfulness is the state where you get some productive thoughts, the thoughts which are relevant for your life, or for for achieving something in your life which you want. So that is a state of thoughtfulness. And thoughtlessness is a state where you don't get a thought. And this is a state where 95% of the people or 98% of the people will not be able to reach to the state of thoughtlessness, where you don't see a single thought coming to your mind. And that for many of us this is a complete impossibility, because every microsecond will be our mind will be filled with thoughts. So this is a state where you find no thoughts. So only higher level beings will be able to reach to the state of thoughtlessness, where you feel the vibration of the universe. If you see that the vibration, the universe is vibrating with a certain frequency. And this is also, I have mentioned all these topics in my book Unique Thinking. So the universe vibrates with a certain frequency, and because of this, which binds the particles together. So this is the vibrational frequency of the universe. But I see many people who are living in the reality driven world and connections driven world understand the vibrational frequency with something that comes to their mind, and not anything that is related to the reality facts of thoughts or universe. So that is a total disappointment. That is how the world is heading, or the thought process of the people is heading, or the mindset of the people is heading. So there needs to be an awareness that has to come in the people to understand the subject and the concept as how it needs to be understood, and not the way you want to understand it. So this is something, and this higher dimensions of mind is a very vast and a beautiful subject. And how to get to the higher levels of mind, wherein you will be able to meet the people with matching with your frequency of dimensions, which are the higher level beings of the mind. They are also human beings, but with the highest levels of mind and thought process. So I will explain about it in my next video. So today I'm making this video to talk about these dimensions of mind and dimensions of thoughts. Thank you.